Morning, everybody. Meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Monday morning. Fog is the big issue this morning. Maybe a little misty or drizzly along with that fog this morning. Low clouds for many of us. There is actually a dense fog advisory that's out until 10 o'clock this morning here for a large portion of the Local 4 viewing area. It's not everybody, but most of us are dealing with it this morning with that visibility down below 1 mile and in some cases down around a half mile or less. And once you get down to a quarter of a mile, that's categorically called dense fog, and that makes it a little tough to see. And especially as you get into the daylight hours, as you start to get a little bit of daylight, it gets tougher to see those headlights in that fog. And so be very, very careful out there this morning. Let's check out Futurecast here. Some of that's going to burn away, but how much of it is a big question and can really determine what our weather looks like this afternoon. Any fog that sticks around, or at least low clouds, that could really keep things cooler, and I think eastern Nebraska has the best bet of seeing the cooler temperatures today. We'll get some partial clearing out there, but I don't think completely sunny, so partial clearing, but any kind of sun will help things out here. More sun, though, as you go to the southwest. Then our focus turns towards western Nebraska and eastern Colorado this afternoon. Late in the afternoon and into the evening hours as our next chance of moisture works eastward. Now, chances are more favorable the farther south you go, so more of a hit or miss isolated chance across the northern half of the state, as you see there, more isolated stuff. But farther south, especially into southern Nebraska and especially northern Kansas, a better chance of rain and thunder. Now, severe weather threats likely going to be just to our south over areas south of our Kansas County. So basically it's just south of Smith and Phillips and Jewell County, Kansas. So I don't think we'll see much of a severe weather threat. Some of that shower activity could linger into tomorrow morning in central and especially eastern Nebraska, but it will clear out from west to east pretty quickly during the morning, and then clouds are going to clear out from west to east during the morning. Now, the other thing I'm going to mention going back here a little bit is that, and I'm going to go all the way back to last night, some of that fog in eastern Nebraska may actually back build towards our area tomorrow during late night and into tomorrow morning. So it may be a little foggy again tomorrow morning, but eventually, again, that will clear out from west to east as well as the clouds. And by the afternoon, most of us seeing some sunshine, a good amount of sun, in fact. Eastern Nebraska might be the exception, and once again, that might affect temperatures once again. And then as we get towards Tuesday night, especially the late night hours, more moisture that's out west, that's going to push eastward across the area. We might see some light rain, maybe mixed with some snow late Tuesday night. I'll get to that in your 7-day in just a bit. So temperatures for today, if we can get some sun in the afternoon in the Tri-Cities, that would get us close to our average high in the low to mid 50s. Eastern Nebraska has the best chance of maybe only staying in the 40s today if that cloud cover holds really tough. And then southwest Nebraska has the best bet for some lower 60s for high temperatures. Well above freezing overnight, so no mixed precipitation, no snow. All rain tonight if you do see rain. Chances better as you go farther south. Lower chances the farther north that you go, but still a chance at least. Heading into tomorrow, warmer temperatures on the way, but once again, eastern Nebraska likely to be the coolest because the clouds holding the toughest there. Better chances of 60s towards central into western Nebraska. Might even break 70 degrees for a few communities that are out towards the west. Tomorrow night, once again, staying above freezing with temperatures in the upper 30s, lower 40s, maybe some mid 40s out towards the east. There is a small chance of moisture after midnight. And then as we get towards your Wednesday is kind of our transition day back to some cooler weather for the end of the week. So we could see it as warm as the lower 70s down to the south. This model has us to 70 in Kearney. I think that's going to be tough, but we could make it well into the 60s at least here. Again, all those numbers except for Grand Island and Hastings are all model numbers. We might get there, but that's banking on the timing of a cold front that will be coming through later in the day. But the farther north you go, the cooler it will be on Wednesday. So let's go beyond now. Let's look at the next 3 days. We've kind of talked about this already. Again, fog this morning, some clearing later today, hopefully. Late tonight, showers, isolated thunderstorms. Pretty decent chance for the Tri-City southward. Lower chances as you go farther north. Wednesday night after midnight, and more so towards Tuesday night after midnight, and more so towards Wednesday morning, there's going to be a small chance of rain. It's not a very good chance, but can't completely rule something out. That cold front comes through Wednesday night into Thursday morning, bringing a small chance of moisture on Thursday morning, mainly before sunrise. Rain, maybe snow mixed in if it gets cold enough. It's going to be a fairly cloudy day on Thursday. That's going to keep us in the 40s. More moisture coming in Thursday night into Friday morning. Showers, maybe some snow mixed in if it gets cold enough again Friday morning. Again, that's a big if, but if it gets cold enough. Otherwise, mostly still some showers again on Friday. It's not going to be a lot of heavy rainfall, but it could be kind of still just a soaker overall with just a continuous chance, off and on chance of moisture during that time frame. Some of that might even last into Friday evening, but after midnight the chances do get much lower Friday night after midnight. Saturday, I kept a 20% chance of moisture in the forecast. Right now, most models actually completely dry things out, but there's one long-range forecast model that continues to kind of hint at a system moving into southern parts of the viewing area. So I'm going to throw in a small chance, but I'll tell you right now, Saturday has a pretty good chance of staying dry. And we begin to warm up Saturday, Sunday looking even better as we get into the 60s. And in fact, as you look at the long-range 10-day forecast, beyond that, the end of March into early April, we might see some of that warmer air stick around for most of next week, so we may see more of a consistent drier weather forecast. Although not completely dry yet, there are some models still hinting at some off and on rain chances, but at least warmer air to maybe help dry things out a little bit more than these cooler days that we have, like for instance we'll see on Thursday and Friday. So a bit of an up and down forecast, but there's some good news in that forecast there overall. Now if we can just completely dry things out for a time, maybe just to get the mud to settle and the dirt to settle a little bit here, or excuse me, the mud to dry out a little bit. It is getting kind of muddy out there. You know, the construction site where my house is being built right now, it's getting a little muddy out there, and I'm sure those of you that are out in the fields would like it to dry out a little bit. Ranchers and things like that, calving season, I'm sure you'd like to get things to dry out a little bit as well. So plenty of reasons to dry things out. Plus, we just need to get the kids outside playing a little bit more here. And I know they can't be out playing with all their friends and everything in this whole COVID-19 situation, but at least getting them out. I forced my kids outside last night just to shoot the hoops for a while because we needed to get some fresh air. So there you go. All right, that's your forecast for today. I'll see you again tomorrow morning, looking ahead to a nicer day for your Tuesday. We'll talk to y'all later. God bless. Bye.